Sports Talk Radio.
It's there! Oh, what a priceless goal!
Live from Rio de Janeiro with the men in blazers.
From the Embassy Row satellite studios in a rather nice part of Rio, Rog. We're getting ready for the first group stage match, Rog. We're finally here.
Feel like I did on the evening of my bar mitzvah, Davo.
Yeah.
That is a level of excitement that we are grappling with, my friend.
Yeah, 2 years of qualifying fixtures, playoffs. Who can forget those, Rog?
It's only felt like 10.
Intercontinental playoffs. All that is behind us now. And the most exciting tournament in all of football is finally upon us. This is what many fans live for, Rog. This is the pinnacle, the most watched and talked about single sporting event on the entire planet. We all love our club teams, Rog, but I don't think there's a football fan out there who wouldn't tell you that when the World Cup rolls around, it's something very special.
Oh, it is special, Davo. We adore our club football. We are wedded to that narrative. But every 4 years, this World Cup, it's like an eclipse that cloaks the whole world.
You know why, Rog? Because stuff always happens that you don't expect to happen.
What, like you and me being invited out to Brazil? Like you and me being let loose on this amazing football-loving continent?
Yeah, but there are Cinderella stories, Rog. Giants come into the tournament. The teams that we're rating right now, the teams that we're expecting to win it all, could lose to a minnow in the first round.
Yeah, it's just like a most pulsating novel being written chapter by chapter before your eyes. Here's what I love, David.
Yeah.
I mean, I love that knowing here we are, the day before the World Cup starts, heroes are about to be made, villains reviled, beauty unfurled, brutality feared. We don't know where, we don't know whence, we don't know whither. But we know, Davo, we know there's going to be dribbling, no-look passes, solo wonder goals, failures, feigned injuries, and the occasional act of diving. I can't wait.
Whence and whither, I think, are the two big questions.
Those are the two big questions that people in football should be asking.
Yes, very true.
And well, who are you fancying amidst the back heels, the flicks? The world's going to come to celebrate new legends, cult figures, and a dodgy haircut or two.
Well, you've got to think, Rog, World Cup in South America, and it is the middle of winter here, but it is hot. H-O-T, hot. You've got to fancy a South American team in South America, and yet the European teams come in form. The teams from Asia wanting their first World Cup. The teams from Africa wanting their first World Cup. The teams from Oceania wanting their first World Cup. Oh, it's a lot to think about.
It's up for grabs now, Davo.
Yeah, it's very true. Rog, we did arrive a few days ago.
Yep.
The place is electric here.
Yeah.
It's electric. Okay, so let's have a think, Rog, about who might go all the way. What are your thoughts on Algeria, Rog?
Well, not every cliche lacks truth, Davo. And one of the best is you don't want to lose your first World Cup game. A win would be lovely, but offer most managers a draw and they bite your arm off. This team would take one tonight.
There are going to be people out there, Rog, weeping at your words. Might also be some people throwing things at the radio. Be more from us soon on EA Sports.
They are men. They wear blazers. EA Sports Talk Radio with the men in blazers.
Okay, Rog, it is email time. Delivered by Raven to the men in blazers from Robert Newman. This is a short question, but it only needs to be a short question. Best haircut ever at a World Cup. Discuss.
Do you think Robert Newman is the son of Robert Redford and Paul Newman?
Could be. Love child.
A famous writer, a correspondent.
I hate to do this, but this is very sort of university entrance exam stuff. But I have to break down this question. Best haircut ever at a World Cup. How do you interpret that? Does that mean the best haircut that anyone ever actually had during the 31 days of a World Cup, Rog?
Yeah.
Or does that mean the best haircut that someone arrived at a World Cup already possessing?
Oh, that's it. Because you remember the Romanian team where they all dyed it blonde?
Yeah.
They didn't enter the World Cup blonde.
Yeah.
They did it with the
So
World
that was a
cameras looking
haircut
at
at a World Cup.
Yeah.
Rather than a haircut at a World Cup.
Yeah.
There's also the other way of looking at this. Is this subjective or objective? Is this the Are we rewarding a hairdresser who performed a miracle on a very difficult to cut head of hair, or performed a very advanced technique on somebody, like some form of curly perm, or some form of hair straightening with the Japanese teams of 2002, 2006? Or was this just the most, just the fashion forward-wise, or sort of attractiveness-wise, the best haircut? So many ways to think of this.
Let's go through a couple that jump to mind immediately.
Okay.
Valderrama.
Yeah.
What do you remember about that?
Well,
it was like if you've ever swum down in the corals off Australia,
yeah,
and you see just little sea animals, just incredible, tranquil, just whoosh,
yeah.
whoosh.
But see, for me, I immediately discount Valderrama.
Yeah.
Because it says best haircut ever. It's not a hairstyle, it's a haircut, which implies that something has been cut.
An intentionality.
I'm not sure that Carlos Valderrama ever had his hair cut.
Let me throw another one out at you.
Okay.
Roberto Baggio, the divine ponytail.
Yeah.
Fascinating. I mean, I understand why people who sell you deck chairs on the beach in Italy would have that willy-nilly, but to take that haircut onto the world stage takes a certain confidence, certain self-belief.
Yeah.
I actually respect that one. I think that one is underrated.
I like a mohawk. We've seen plenty of mohawks at the World Cup.
Yep. Ziege comes to mind. Christian Ziege.
Hamsik.
Yeah. Oh, I like Hamsik. He looks like he was Green Day's drummer and he got bored of touring and decided to become a world-class footballer.
Yeah.
Love him. Love him. Love him. Then you've got, two names come to mind. You've got Ronaldo, where he ran so fast, too fast. He was always overrunning
Brazilian
the ball.
Ronaldo.
So he laid... No,
Brazilian
no.
Ronaldo. Portuguese Ronaldo.
Portuguese Ronaldo laid on the hair gel, just to get some wind resistance.
Because I'm a big fan of the Brazilian Ronaldo. With okay.
I'm going. Go on. Describe it.
Well, it just has the little notch, right? And then he did two of them, or he just had one of them?
It was just like a little... It was like a V. Yeah. What did it remind you of? It was just a little V of hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know where he got that one.
Yeah.
But that was a... I don't know what to call it. It was the things that come to mind. I can't even find words for. Then there's another way of going at it, because that was highly, highly procured.
Yeah.
Latlas. You don't belong at the World Cup. The World Cup's for people that play football. In 1994, it was in America, and he wandered onto that field, wild and unkempt, like Buffalo Bill, brazenly ginger. I got some respect for that. I remember watching that, Davo. I remember watching that game, watching him walk on in that stonewashed denim jersey, with his hair just fanning out. He looked like Julianne Moore with a beard.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that is confidence. I can't.
Do you think that's what he said?
It was like a
Do you think that's what he said when he sat in the barber's chair? He goes, I want to look like Julianne Moore with a beard.
We'll have to ask him.
Okay, good. Okay, Rog, a lot more to discuss, a lot more to get through. But we got to take a breather. We got to take a break. We'll be right back after this.
Townsend alongside me for a group stage game, 3 points at stake.
Yep, 3 crucial points, Clive, towards qualification for the knockout phases.
Fans inside Estadio Mineirao slowly roasting in the sunshine. Little protection for the players.
It's actually not too hot either, so it shouldn't affect the tempo of the game.
Before the game, we hear the anthems of Belgium and Algeria. Well, here we go, Andy. It's the moment we've been waiting for, the opening game of the 2014 World Cup Finals. The first of the 64 matches that will find the best team on the planet.
It's been a long time in the making, Clive, but it's a pleasure to be here. And for those players, wow, they're going to experience something very special indeed.
We're at the Mineirao, home of the Cruzeiro club, one of the powerhouses of Brazilian football here in Belo Horizonte, a 6-hour drive north of Rio.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here, Clive. It's a real special atmosphere in here.
Ready to go, the start of this first group stage match. Hazard goes past him. Look at this now. Scores! They've made the breakthrough! Not much a keeper can do about that. Wonderful first-time finish.
Yeah, just an instinctive one-touch finish.
You can see a replay here, and it may show us more. Away we go again. It's 1-0. Hazard. Trouble is over for now. The defender has it. Slimani. Not too many goals to tell you about. The score at half-time is 1-0.
Well, hopefully things will improve in the second half, because you don't want to lose your first group game. It really puts pressure on you in that second one.
All set then for the second half of this first group stage match. Eden Hazard. There's a chance here. No shooting space there. Teki. It's the defender. Sudani. Mejani. What can he do here? Great keeping! He's so difficult to beat at his best. No nonsense clearance. Now Eden Hazard. ابراهيمي. Very unselfish off-the-ball runs being made. Real chance. Charged down by Company. They've got a corner. Can they equalise? Manager's going to take a little bit of a risk here. I'm not sure that he needs to change this winning combination, but he is making a substitution. Worth a go! Yes! It's in! Got his head to it, and met it just right. Super header. Are all about the delivery, and that was on the button. It was an invitation to score, Andy.
Very, very difficult, Clive. That was hit with such pace. It was a great corner.
It's as you were here, 1-1. Magic Bagheera. Mijani. Caught with it. Taida. Making use of the ball. Passes his chances. It's in. He's done it. Oh, yes. And this match has just stepped into the realms of fantasy. This is a fairy tale. Surely it can't be happening.
Oh, Clive, if they can hang on now, what a story. This is going to be a sensation. No better time to pinch a goal than now, Clive. That's a fabulous feeling.
Match restarts. It's now 2-1. A couple of minutes of stoppage time then. Dembele. De Bruyne. Not long left. They may not get another chance to rescue this game. Real chance. And to make the save, it's a crashing shot. They've got a corner, and this is a team that always threatens at corners. Terrific defending. Strikes it. Sudani. All those weeks of waiting and wondering, but now they know they've got what it takes at a World Cup. 3 points to set them on course for the knockout stages. 6 at home for the whole campaign.
Hey, not all the teams handle the responsibility on the opening day, Clive, but this team have functioned very well, and that's 3 big points.
Appreciate you being with us again. Clive Tilsley here with Andy Townsend saying bye-bye for now.
All the passion.
What a priceless goal!
All the action.
Oh, pick that out!
All the heartache.
Oh, what a catastrophe!
EA Sports Talk Radio with the men in blazers.
From the Embassy Row Satellite Studios in gorgeous Rio de Janeiro, Rog. I mean, do we have to play any more games? First one ended wonderfully. Do we really have to play another one? Can't we just take the cup right now?
My only disappointment, Davo, about that game is that at the end of it, they didn't move a little stage into the centre circle.
Yeah.
Fire off some confetti cannons. Wheel out the cup.
We could have done that dance with our arms up in the air.
Save a lot of time.
Yeah.
Save a lot of money. Save a lot of stress for my little ticker, to be honest, Davo.
Because the reason is, it's far from over. 6 more games it's going to take to win this World Cup. What do this team have to show you today to show that they can actually be contenders in this tournament?
More of the same. More of the same, Dave. And we saw in qualifying that this team on their day, can play electrifying football.
Yeah.
But we also saw they have a nasty little tendency to lower their game to the level of their opponents. And I think today it's going to be a reality check, real reality check about whether the first game is just a hangover or whether the first game was a building block for greatness.
Okay, so Algeria's next opponent is South Korea. What are your thoughts on them, Rog?
Well, no one picked this team as a group winner going into the tournament, but many of us have revised our opinion. In 90 minutes, will we be revising them again?
Okay, Rog, the first round games are done almost too early to look at the tables, but it's a World Cup. We've got to look at the tables. Pressure really starting to mount on some of these teams, Rog. All to play for right now. You can sense the tension and excitement building here in Brazil.
All the action.
Oh, what a hit!
All the excitement.
He scored! That may do it!
Live from Rio de Janeiro with the men in blazers. EA Sports Talk Radio with the men in blazers. Your home for all the Brazil 2014 World Cup news.
From the Embassy Row satellite studios, from a rather lovely part of Rio de Janeiro, Rog, I know you pretty well. And sometimes you feel more depressed after a win than you do after a loss or draw.
Yes.
I can only imagine what's going on in your little head. I'm not patronizing you. In your little head before we go in to this second group stage match.
Are you nudging us all towards this public discussion of the chronic indigestion I've suffered over the past 2 days?
Is that what it was? I just want to get into your little head, not being patronizing, and find out what you're thinking going into this second game.
Well, I am a man who's always more comfortable when the team I love has fallen 1-0 behind. You know where you are, you know exactly what you have to do.
Now you're ahead.
But this is the moment of truth for this team, David, because although they won that first game, for me, there's so many questions that still swirl around them. They'll all be answered in time, Davo. Many of them perhaps over the next 90 minutes. The nation wants to believe in this manager, but what a job he's going to have to do under conditions of hysterical stress. He's got to show today he's a tactical genius. He's got to show he's a psychologist, a negotiator, a data analyst, PR master. Is he up to it? We'll find out today.
What if you were the manager? What would you be saying to that team, to the lads, to the boys, to the guys, before they head out onto that field to hear that FIFA anthem and to go and play this all-important second group stage match?
Well, first of all, I'd be incredibly busy, David.
Yeah.
Probably trying to stuff as many of those tracksuits into my duffels, my empty duffels, which I brought, and some of the towels too. They're very
good-looking stuff.
I mean, incredible knit towels. And the kit is tasty. Credit.
But once you've done that, and you're actually talking to the lads, the guys, the boys, what are you thinking you're going to say to them today?
I keep things simple. This is a team. This is it. Here's what I believe about management, David. And this is partly me now infomercialing for any national team out there, and there's 205 great ones that are looking for some avant-garde, creative thinking to move them to the next
You're just trying to sell a book.
Here's what I believe. I believe this, Dave. I think it was Trapattoni that said that a good manager can make a team 10% better, and a bad manager can make a team 30% worse. With this collection of players, Davo, I'd almost know my place and I'd get out of their way.
Are you thinking of saying nothing?
That would be radical and avant-garde performance art, even by my standards. Here's what I'd do. On the team locker room notice board, I would pin a picture, life-size as possible, of Winston Churchill. And I'd just say, lads, cometh the hour, cometh the man. Or hombre.
Okay, so Algeria's next opponent is South Korea. What are your thoughts on them, Rog?
Well, they're a decent team. Not much is expected of them. And this is a team that haven't always performed at their own level. The question tonight is going to be, can they enforce their style of play on their opponents?
Okay, Rog, the first round games are done. We've looked at the tables. I'm not sure we've learned anything. I actually feel more confused than I did before we looked at the tables. What I do know is there's a lot of pressure on some of these teams, and you can just feel the tension building. It's palpable.
EA Sports Talk Radio with the men in blazers.
Okay, it's time for another email, Rog, delivered by Raven to the Men in Blazers from Paul Frost. The World Cup is in very simple names. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Simple, one syllable on the whole.
Frosty.
Christian names and surnames. The World Cup is famous, and not many long words in the emails themselves.
And the handwriting's all the same.
All the same. The World Cup is famous for many reasons, but one of the lesser-known ones is that it spawned the goal celebration, Rog, with the first one being Roger Mila's dance in 1990. If you scored the winning goal in the World Cup, Rog, what celebration would you do? And you are, by the way, Rog is an amazing dancer.
I am an amazing dancer, David. My favourite World Cup celebration was probably 1982. The Italy-Brazil game.
Yeah.
When Brazil thought they'd equalised and Falcao ran towards the camera with his arms outstretched and just the veins popped out of his arms and ran towards the screen. And I just celebrated as a kid. I celebrated every single goal I scored, whether it was a work of mastery, which most of them were, or occasionally a little bit of luck in the equation, like Falcao. Head back, veins bulging. But which would I do? When I do, because let's not say if I score the winning goal. I do still believe there's an international career out there for me. I've not yet retired from the international game. So let's say when.
So it's like when you score the winning goal in the World Cup?
Yes.
Okay.
So they've been done. I don't believe, let's take one off the table.
Yeah.
I don't believe in T-shirt messages.
Yeah.
I don't believe in them. Find them they're like trucker caps, ironic trucker caps. They're kind of off the table. So that narrows it down a little bit. I do love, of celebrations I've seen, probably one of the finest I've ever seen was done by a man who didn't play in the World Cup, but should have done, Eric Cantona. When he scored the greatest of goals, and with collars popped, he just stood there like a statue. Yes, all of you laud me. Kind of partial to that, David. But when you score a winning goal in the World Cup final, you've got to do your own thing, haven't you? Be your own man.
I like the baby cradling.
I
like that. I love the baby cradling.
I hate the baby cradling. I hate the thumb in the mouth too.
Yeah, but I particularly like that from a player who has no recent baby, no interest in having a baby, just does a baby cradle. Anyway, I love that.
Trying to pretend that you're the kind of man that anybody could take home to meet their dad. Yes, I too would like children.
I love the Italian one. You see the one like that. What is that one?
Howl.
How do you
Also the
describe
howl.
it? It's like fingers pinched together out in front of you. Give me more, give me more, give me more. I love that one. I love it. But I'll tell you what I've seen a proliferation of over the last year.
I know where you're going.
The knee slide.
Yeah.
The knee slide. We're seeing a lot of knee slide celebrations.
Yeah.
But I feel like we haven't seen the variations on the knee slide. You know, in ice skating, Rog, where you've got the little spin, the triple salchow, where you can do the spin and then you jump up in the air and you land on the opposite. I think we need to see a knee slide with a twist and a jump and a landing. Stick the landing on a knee slide with a twist, triple salchow.
You know what I would do, David?
Yeah.
What I would do is the complete rendition of Tony Basil, her dance.
Hey, Vicky, you're so fine.
Yeah, I'd walk up to the centre circle. I'd just unfurl the whole thing. That would be my homage to Tony Basil. It would be all mine.
It's genius.
And lucrative.
Sometimes, Rog, what you say is so good, it inspires me. I've got to write it all down. I need a break. I need a notebook. I need a pen. I'm going to be right back after this.
And Andy Townsend, your commentary team for a group match, a passport to the knockout stages.
Yep, interesting matchup this between two very good teams.
Scorching sunshine, soaring temperatures at Estadio Berrío. The heat could be a factor here.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day today, and let's hope the players really get stuck into this match.
Kick-off almost upon us, but before we start, the national anthems of South Korea and Algeria. just the start they wanted. Victory in their opening match of these finals. The last thing they can afford to do now is to lose that early momentum. More of the same is the order of the day.
Yeah, I was very impressed with them in the first match, Clive, but they've got to keep it going. There's still a bit to do yet.
Football in the Far East, North Korea, South Korea, Japan is as big as it is just about anywhere in the world these days. Incredible fanaticism for the game. What have they got to do to take that step up to be competitive on a world stage?
Well, they've moved on. They've moved on leaps and bounds in recent years, of course. Remember Korea back in 2002. They've had an impact. I think for these teams, it's still a case of they're happy to be there. They're happy to be taking part. They don't have the pressures around them from perhaps the fans or indeed the media as the bigger European teams and South American teams have.
Key. Lee. Son. Idong-guk. Is it a good cross? Lee Chung-yong. Rather anxious clearance. Slimani. Feghouli. Sudani. It's very static defending. They've got to make a challenge. Alert play there, had to make the interception. Opportunity here. Tries a shot, really stretched the keeper. Referee has signalled the South Korean corner. Trying a header, didn't really time the header.
Struck it beautifully, but he's just got to tweak the sights on those boots a little bit.
Gulam. Important interception, relieve the pressure. Fancies his chances. Oh, great athleticism from the keeper. Linesman's got a flag up. Johnny did well to cut that out. Good interception. There's the half-time whistle, and we're goalless. Half-time, nobody able to take control, and nobody too surprised about that. It's as close as we thought it might be, Andy.
Very close, Clive. You know, this could be settled by one chance, one mistake. It's that sort of game.
Everyone here at Estadio Beira Rio, ready for the start of the second half now. Gulam. Belkaleb. Bugera. They've got to make better use of the ball than that. Sloppy passing. Lee Jung-soo. Might have a chance. It's not for the want of trying. They're doing all they can to break the deadlock. Win the ball back. Opened up for him here. Now, who's calling for him? Chance, maybe. A substitution here, the manager trying something new in the hope of forcing the issue now. Majid Bugera. Taida. Key. Kujak John. Son Heung-min. Kim Bo-young.
Crosses right down the keeper's throat. Just trying to lose the markers for long enough to receive a pass.
Taida. What can he do here? Oh! He scored! Wouldn't you just know it? They're in front!
Now, how decisive is that goal going to be? It's the difference between the two teams right now, and time is running out.
Well, they left it very, very late in the day, but they've got it. They got the goal they wanted.
So much to admire about that goal. Look at this.
Picked up again. It's now 1-0.
Lee Dong-gook. ابراهيمي. Tried to play a through ball, but couldn't quite link up with him. It's the right results, and they're in the right position. The campaign is on track, top of the group, and on course to finish on top of the world.
Well, if they produce any more of that club, they'll be favourites to finish in top spot. They were terrific today.
Thank you for your help today, Andy, and thanks to all of you at home for tuning in.
All the passion.
What a priceless goal!
All the action.
Oh, pick that out!
All the heartache.
Oh, what a catastrophe!
EA Sports Talk Radio with the men in blazers.
From the Embassy Row satellite studios in gorgeous Rio. Rog, I don't want this World Cup to end. I'm not even sure I want the group stage to end, the group stage being my favourite part of any World Cup, Rog. This is our 5th World Cup between us. We've attended 5 World Cups. Here we are together. We've seen many of these third group stage matches when your team is already through. We've seen this before.
We were here in 1950.
We were.
We were here in 1950. We've seen it all come. We've seen it all go. But some things don't change. And the question is, 1950, 2014, it matters not. What do you do when your team is through?
You keep your foot on the gas, Rog. You keep playing. You might take a look at some of your other squad players. You might experiment with some slightly different tactics. But on the whole, you've got to keep your momentum going because the World Cup gets vicious once you get out of the group stage. Everything to play for, every minute of every game. You've got to be on song when you go into the round of 16.
It does get vicious. It gets vicious, David. But this coach is going to prove to us that he knows how to deal with that viciousness and turn it around. I think there's something of the Machiavellian about him. I think there's something about the carrot and the stick. I would not be surprised if he rests his starters, brings in some of the peripheral squad players, hopes for a performance enough so that when he brings back his first teamers, they take nothing for granted and they continue to give their all. They don't get complacent.
I hate to disagree with you, but I would be surprised if he does that. Sounds like a lot of work. Okay, so Algeria's next opponent is Russia. What are your thoughts on them, Rog?
Well, this team may not have the big names that others carry, but they've shown that they're no pushover. This should be a fascinating tactical battle, and I'll underestimate these opponents at their peril.
Okay, Rog, we started with 32. And after this round of games, it's going to be 16. The final group stage matches. My favourite day at the World Cup, Rog. any World Cup is the final group games in the group stage. So many teams, frankly, Rog, who didn't expect to be in this position going into the final group stage game. Some of them thought they were going to be way further along. Some of them didn't know how close they would be to making it into the final stage. And of course, we got a couple who already know they're through. By the end of this stage, only 16 teams left, any one of them with a legitimate chance of winning the World Cup. This is about to get interesting.
All the action.
Oh, what a hit!
All the excitement.
He scored! That may do it!
Live from Rio de Janeiro with the men in blazers.
Time for another email, Rog, delivered by Raven. And here it is. To the men in blazers from Adam Jackson.
AJ.
Hey, AJ. Do you think there's too much pressure on referees? And do you think it's time to introduce video replays to help them out?
I mean, really, AJ, I think what you're asking is, who in their right mind would want to be a referee?
Yeah.
Who in their right mind would want to be a referee? Who
Lots of
wins
cameras,
by being a
18
referee?
cameras at one of these TVs, HD. We're now going into the Ultra HD, the 4K era.
Yep.
Granular, we see every single little detail.
I know, if you're wearing
super slow-mo replays.
boxers or briefs, you don't need to tell us anymore.
Super slow-mo replays of every single moment of the game.
Yep. And you are covering vast acreage with a ball that moves much faster than you, with players that are mastering the arts of forging contact in the box and making it look like they were fouled, and you are possibly 30, 40 yards away with players in between you, linesmen who are like Beaker in the Muppets, terrified.
With very limited roles, there's not a lot that they can go and do.
Players who are earning 50 to 1,000 times more than you, who don't respect you whatsoever, who you're calling on a first name term. All right there, Wayne. Wayne doesn't even know who you are.
You're right. I mean, in the NFL, Rog, the National Football League, there are about 136 umpires on a field that is smaller than a football field.
Yep.
Plus, they use video replay for what seems to me like practically everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there is too much pressure on referees. Yes, it is time to introduce video replay.
Yes, there should be a referee in both halves of the field.
Yes.
At least. Ice hockey it, mate. Ice hockey it.
Yeah.
And the answer to the question I asked, AJ.
You're suggesting we put them on skates?
Put them on skates. Yeah.
Sometimes, Rog, what you say is so good, it inspires me. I've got to write it all down. I need a break. I need a notebook. I need a pen. We're going to be right back after this.
EA Sports Talk Radio with Andy Goldstein and Ian Dark.
Of course, in this World Cup, we have a bit of history being made. This is the first World Cup ever with goal line technology. I'm guessing you think it's a great thing. I think it's a great thing. I can't think of anyone that would think otherwise.
There are some people who think otherwise, and one of them is Rio Ferdinand of England, who said he liked all the controversy as it was and that it was part of the talking points. But when you think back to 2010 and the Frank Lampard goal that never was, it was miles over the line against Germany. Imagine if that had happened in the World Cup final and it had been the incident that decided the game. Well, I think it would have been very, very embarrassing.
Sort of did in '66.
Well, there you go, you see. And somebody's going to put a goal line technology back on the old computer graphics of all of that and tell us what really happened. Of course, they're trying to tell us it wasn't a goal. But
yeah, we all know it went over the line, of course.
It was 4-2 anyway.
Right, still lots more to discuss for obvious reasons. Please keep sending us your tweets, texts and emails. We'll go through them with a fine-tooth comb in just a moment.
Andy Townsend is here too. It's a World Cup group game. Every World Cup game counts.
A lot of quality out there today, Clive. I'm looking forward to this game.
Night has fallen over Arena da Baixada. The floodlights illuminating the main stage. Fantastic sight.
Always a special atmosphere under the floodlights.
First, the playing of the national anthems of Algeria and Russia. Well, there's no doubt that this team came to these finals with real ambitions of going home as champions, and so far they've played like champions. Their place in the quarter-finals is already booked. They just need to keep the winning habit if they can here.
I've been very impressed with what I've seen so far. Once you're in the quarter-finals, anything can happen.
Only one team here is certain of playing at the next World Cup finals, and they are the hosts, Russia. What difference will somebody like Fabio Capello make to their chances here?
I think he brings with him a knowledge of working with top players, a winning mentality. You know, he's been a top-class coach, and it's not always easy getting that across to Russian players. You know, the language will be interesting to see exactly what sort of points that Capello can make and how easy it is to get his points across to the players. But, you know, we'll see. Certainly, if they get it going, they're a danger.
The referee is Gregor Milland. Bugera. Okorin. Look at this now. Feguli. Slimani. Not easily shaken off the ball, is he? Confident goalkeeping, didn't just stop it, held it. Here come Russia. Might have a chance. Real chance, good try, just outside the post.
It's too close for comfort for the goalkeeper, he knows it. Look at the expression on his face.
Medjani.
Well, it's all down to the accuracy. You're not going to beat the goalkeeper if you're going to strike the ball like that. That's not good enough.
Samedov. Keeping you updated on the Belgium game. They've gone ahead there. Magic Bugera. Got too early, he's offside. Ooh, the flag's up. There can't have been much in it. Good first half, very evenly contested. You wouldn't know which way this one's going to go in the second period, would you?
Very, very tight to call this. You know, maybe we're looking at one of the strikers to produce something magical.
Underway again with the game still in the balance. Russia know it could go either way, yeah. Samedov. Chance to score. Possibilities here. Some might have hit it as hard as they could there, not him.
That's a classy finish to the end of a very, very good move.
play, Andy. This will be interesting.
He gets his first goal, and it's 1-0 here.
That's a poor pass. Not quite sure who he was looking for there. Throw in. Taida. Shirokov. Opening here. Kept out.
Delivers it in.
Oh, the goalkeeper had that. Shirokov. Caught offside, but there was a lot of room behind the defence. Tries a shot. Good keeping. Can they get to it though? Russia have men forward. Real chance. Oh, and he's snatching the chance a bit. They can feel this game getting away from them.
Unlucky, that's not a bad effort from that sort of distance.
Now this will change things a bit, won't it? The manager is going to bring on all three of his substitutes. Making a move towards goal here. Oh, look at this! Oh, that's exceptional keeping.
He's just got that look about him that you're not going to beat me today. There's no way I'm going to concede a goal here.
They haven't given up, they're not out of this yet, but this may be their last. Has a chance here. Good work by the goalkeeper, safe hands. Safely through to the last 16. Stage one of this World Cup campaign has been completed. They're in there with the other favourites to win this tournament.
And they deserve it, Clyde. They've worked very hard. I like the look of this team. They tend to improve in the latter stages. Hey, I've got a good feeling for them.
Thank you for being with us today. This is Clive Tilsley with Andy Townsend saying goodbye for now.
EA Sports Talk Radio.
Oh, what a priceless goal!
Live from Rio de Janeiro with the men in blazers.
From the Embassy Row Satellite Studios in Rio, Brazil. Starting to feel like home right now, Rog.
Yeah,
We've
see,
been
you've
here
done some work here.
for the
You've put
entire
up some shelves.
group stage. I love it. It's amazing what you
am
can
I
do.
in your hotel room or am I in your library?
It's amazing what you can
These
do
club chairs were not in here during the
in a 5,000 square foot hotel suite. It's amazing what you can do with the place. So, Rog, made it out of the group stage into the knockout. So, into the knockout stage. Do you expect this team to play differently in the do or die section of the tournament than they did do in the group stage, where a draw was enough? A draw is not enough today. It could go to penalties. We do not want to go to penalties.
It's a great question, David. A great question. I think it's one we all want to know the answer to. Because, yes, this team emerged unscathed or relatively unscathed out of the group stage. But do we still know who this
Marginally scathed.
Do we know who this team is yet? I mean, we've seen many faces, some of them great, handsome, gorgeous, well-coiffed, hair gelled. Some of them not so much. And I think this is going to be, yes, an elimination round game, but I think it's going to be a reality check for this team, for
And
this
an
nation.
education for us.
Yeah.
I think this is where great World Cup teams of yore have marked themselves in this round of 16. Can't wait for the match. Here we go.
All the
Oh,
drama,
he's in the clear, he's got away.
all the excitement.
Well, the goals are flying in from all angles now, Clive.
All the news.
Oh, how important could that turn out to be?
EA Sports Talk Radio with the men in blazers.
Rog, it's time for another email delivered by Raven to the Men in Blazers from Martin Toner. International football is very different from club football. There are far fewer matches, fewer training sessions. How does an international manager motivate the team when there is the distraction, this is a great question, of club football occurring at the same time? You've only got them for a little while as an international manager. These guys still thinking about their paying jobs, playing for their clubs. How do you motivate them when you're not even paying them? You're not the one figuring out how they're going to buy their next Bentley, their next Porsche, their next racehorse, their next miniature giraffe.
I think there's two ways of doing it, David.
Yeah.
You can play the nationalistic card and talk about the glory of the jersey. You can summon great historic events in your nation's cascading flow of time, and then insert your name here because you could be amongst them. It's a very powerful, very, very powerful, motivating force. Or you can show them a list of numbers that represent the contractual benefits that have changed Iniesta's life since he scored the winning goal in the last World Cup for Spain. The promotional opportunities, the commercial events, the endorsement deals, and for a certain kind of player that will be also quite an incentive.
See, I think this is just like any management, Rog. Management, something I manage a few people, learned a lot about management through my mistakes and through my successes.
Your stick and your carrot.
How do you motivate young television producers when they make some money, but they're not making professional footballer money, and frankly their personal lives, who they're going to marry, a child they're going to have, you know, what they're doing with their friends this weekend is more important to them in terms of the general quality of their life.
I thought you were going to say their personal life is a wreck.
You manage them, well, there's that too. You manage them through distractions by creating an environment where they know that you value them, where you set a stage and a system where they can shine, and you believe in them and you back them 1,000%. Those are the managers who I believe are successful in national football, the managers who so evidently believe in their players and create an environment in which they can succeed.
Those are guys who've read Somebody's Moved My Cheese.
Yeah.
Exactly. Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much.
I agree with what you've said, and I will say, because I think the question deserves it, to be an international football manager is one of the hardest jobs in sports. It requires so much from one human individual. You have to be a master tactician. You have to be a psychoanalyst, a master motivator, a negotiator, a sports scientist,
a gambler,
a public relations man,
not a gambler,
a midnight rambler, all while the tabloid press are mining the recesses of your private life for dirty gossip.
You have to be lucky.
Luck?
Sometimes, Rog, what you say is so good, it inspires me. I've got to write it all down. I need a break. I need a notebook. I need a pen. We're going to be right back after this.